Hello, welcome to the queue. US turn 7, and it is $70 on the purchase. We're buying an air base, 3 strategic bombers, 2 infantry, and that's all on the Pacific side. And on the Atlantic side, 2 infantry and a transport. And that is it for that. Let's look at some combat. Starting on the Atlantic side. We'll move this out a little. All right, so we've got from the carrier 2 fighters going 1, 2, and this destroyer coming over, and we're going to hit that Italian sub, and that's what we're going to do there. And when we clear that, we've got an infantry and a mech coming across, landing in Morocco for no points on a walk-in, just for grins. All right, so that is, nope, there is more attacks. That's why you mark them. So it's a walk-on as well in Normandy, so I'll get rid of that chip, flip that over. So we've got 4 transports. I'm bringing over 4 infantry, 2 tanks, and 2 artillery. So get that all straightened up here. Looking menacingly. All right, so there are 2 German subs, so we have to attack that. We have a destroyer, a cruiser, a battleship, oh, I forgot that last guy. And my tech is super subs, which in this game it didn't pan out because of the way things fell out early in the game. Either way, we're going to bring that fighter in. And the carrier's going to go there anyway. That's all there in that sea zone. All right, so that is 1, 2 dice rolling battles out of the 4 on the Atlantic side. And then on the Pacific side, we're going to have some big grand strategy here. However, a mystery bomber showed up in the Philippine Islands, and the mystery was to me because I almost knocked the camera over. At the end of Japan's last turn, which would have been 6, they were up here in Hunan, and then he moved them to Philippines, and there was a big pause, and then he moved them back, and there was a big pause, and that was at the end of the video. So that big pause when they were there, I turned off the video. But what happened was he moved 1 to Philippines. So we could have lined up our planes differently here to try and defend that bombing raid. But the mystery bomber got through, damaged the naval base. Now we can't do our glorious attacks, what they would have been, who knows. So we're going to send out a transport with an infantry and artillery, and we're going to kill that mystery bomber. We're going to take him out. That is that attack. We've got a sub going 1, 2, and a destroyer also going up here. We're going to try and kill that destroyer transport. This is a destroyer. Let me chip that out because we need that destroyer from here to go 1 into this sea zone. And we got all 4 planes coming in there as well. And I think, is that it for our attacks on this sea zone? You know, let's bring in a sub just in, that seems like overkill, doesn't it? Not that I care. All right, so that will be it for, oh, well, we're going to do 1 silly attack because in the last Japanese turn 7, Joe did the same thing. He had a tactical, and he moved it, and he moved it, and he moved it, but he didn't leave it there. So let's come in with our sub and 2 destroyers, and they were from, 1 destroyer was from Midway, and the sub and destroyer from Honolulu. So It's 3 on 5, but they're all low numbers. Maybe the dice will be in our favor. Who knows? And that should be the end of our attacks. Not that any of them are any good anyway. All right, so we'll come over here and we'll roll this one first. You know, maybe I need to put that up just a little bit higher. There we go. Maybe that's the problem. All right, so we got a dice tray. We've got Italy at a 1. Hopefully that's not a harbinger. So we've got a destroyer at 2, and then 2 fighters, and I'm missing another blue. All right, so that will be the attack. I'll roll them all at once. Let's see what we get. 2 hits, so the Italian sub is gone. And that was the only rollable, no, there is a rollable battle up top. All right, so Germany has 2 subs. All right, so we're gonna have a super sub, a fighter. Need more dice. We've got a cruiser. We've got a destroyer. The carrier is nothing, and then we have a battleship. So I can roll all those together. The black will be the German subs. So we got them, and they got one of us. Is that just a crap deal? All right, so the sub defends at a 1, so that seems like the likely choice. He only has 1 sub coming at me if he chooses to attack. So I'll lose that destroyer. That way, if I'm attacking next turn, I can use that. All right, so back on the casualty pile. So that is it for that sea zone. Therefore, Normandy is a go. So we'll move up US 2 and down Germany 2. All right. So next battle over here. Grab some dice. We've got, what do we got here? We've got, let's do this one first. The bomber's going to defend at a 1. I have 2 2s attacking. Should be good, right? Oh, for crying out loud. I've rolled 2 1s on defense. All right, so the infantry goes. The island is ours. Come get it if you want it, dirtbags. I can't believe that. Oh my gosh. All right, so up here we have a, we have to roll this separate because we got a sub and a destroyer. And we get 2 hits, and the defender misses. So those 2 are gone. And what was our other battle? Oh, here in Caroline Islands off the coast there. So we're going to have a 2 for the destroyer, a 4 for the tactical, and 3 fighters. 2 hits, so they are gone. They will defend at a 1 and a 2. No, they will not defend. All right. So the last battle is up north. 2 destroyers, 1 carrier, 2 subs, and then I've got 2 destroyers and a advanced submarine. All right, so here's the U.S. roll. 2 hits. So we'll assume the first hit will be a carrier and the second hit will be a sub. So they will have 2 subs, and I need another green dice. 3 at 2. And they get 1 hit back, so we will lose a destroyer. Let's press on, because who cares? Oh, 1 hit. All right, so that will be most likely, since the sub and the carrier both defend at 1, we'll take the sub. And they will have 2 1s and 2 2s. And they get 1. All right. So, do I keep going? Yes. 3's a hit. So now the question is carrier or destroyer. He really doesn't need the carrier. There's no use for that up there. If you want the destroyer, then I guess we can work that out off screen. They roll back and get a hit. So you have the option of checking out one of those destroyers and replacing it with a carrier if you want. I'll leave that up to you. It could be a mystery carrier. All right, so that is it for that. Let's look at some non-com movements. And whoop, we're not up high enough here. All right, so there is the map. Still really not a good angle. I'll just move it up here and hold it. All right, so we've got an infantry and artillery loading up on this transport. 1, 2, 3 into C Zone 3 and offloading into the far east. All right, so accompanying him will be a destroyer, and then the 3 subs will all be into C Zone 8. Let me see if that works. That does, because from down south I've got this fighter off of Hawaii at an air base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will land on the Aleutians. I've got 3 subs here with a naval base. So 1, 2, 3. 1 goes into 16. 1, 2, 3. 1 goes into 15. Where will that second one go? 1, 2. I kind of need it. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter which one it goes in. We'll just do it like that. All right, so there's our movements up there. While I'm on this side of the board, this fighter that's in western United States at an air base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto the Aleutian Islands. All right. Let's go around and land our planes. All right, so we are going to land 2 planes, or 2 fighters. Let's see, where's the best? 1, 2 in the Gilberts, all right? 1, 2, all right. So these planes here have 3 left. They'll go 1, 2, 3 into the Solomon Islands. All right, so we've got that, we've got that, we got that. We've got these 2 guys. They're just going to step up to Dutch New Guinea. Gain us another point, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a U.S. marker there available. That would be non-com because it was Dutch. So, all right, so then I've got all these ships here to disperse. So we're going to do a carrier and a carrier. They're just going to split up. And we're going to move our battleship cruiser 1, 2 into C Zone 48 and 1 into C Zone 49. All right, so that is what that looks like. We'll see what happens here with these guys. And I think we got to land some planes over here. Obviously, these 2 fighters are going back onto the carrier. And then the fighter that was in the channel goes back to London at the air base. So we're going to come over with that transport, bring those 2 guys to London. And was that even in view? All right, so let's describe what happens on Japan's turn. We're going to move this bomber 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to London. And it's in London, so let's not go there. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to Iceland. No, let's not go there. How about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into London? All right. So that's what happens at the end of our turn. Oh, I guess we got to place our units. We don't have to collect money. There's no need for money. So let's place 1 transport and 2 infantry in United States. Let's grab our air base. That's right, you guessed it, in the Aleutian Islands. Now we've got our massive bomber force that I trust we will not all lose to AA guns. They are all going in Western along with 2 infantry. All right. And that is how it looks. Let's count up. Right? We're done. Okay, Soviet Far East. Infantry artillery. C-Zone 3. A transport and destroyer. C-Zone 8. 3 subs. Aleutian Islands. Airbase, 2 fighters, 2 infantry, 1 artillery. No, 1 anti-aircraft. Alaska, 2 transports. And U.S. Western is 3 strategic bombers, 3 infantry, 2 anti-aircraft. Hawaii, 3 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft. Gilbert Islands, 2 fighters. C-Zone 48, battleship cruiser. C-Zone 49, battleship cruiser and fighter and attack on Solomon Islands. C-Zone 33 is a destroyer and a carrier. C-Zone 46 is a carrier. C-Zone 45 is a transport. C-Zone 34 is a transport. Dutch New Guinea, 2 infantry. Palau Islands, there is an artillery. C-Zone 21 is a destroyer and a sub. Let's go on over here. Morocco, we've got an infantry mech. C-Zone 91, destroyers transport. C-Zone 101, a transport. Washington, or Eastern United States, 2 infantry. London, an infantry mech, strategic bomber. C-Zone 109, a transport. C-Zone 110, 2 fighters, carrier, sub, destroyer. Nope, destroyer's gone. Battleship cruiser, 4 transports. Normandy, 4 infantry, 2 artillery, 2 tanks, and that should wrap it up. Britain is up next, and they are limited to what's going to move up here.